Hey boys and girls, today we're going to be setting up our notes page in our ELA notebook, and we're going to be talking about what a fiction summary is. So if you will turn to the next blank page in your ELA notebook, we're going to take some notes together. And while I'm going over and explaining what a fiction summary is, if you need to pause the video to take your notes, that is absolutely fine as well. So today we're going to be talking about a fiction summary. And we learned earlier this week what the word fiction means, and we talked about how something that is fiction is something that is made up by an author or something that is not real. And today we're going to look at how do we write a summary about something fictional we have read. So the first thing that we're going to add to our notes is the definition of what a summary is. So a summary is a brief or short retelling of a story. So if you need to pause here to write that down, you can. I want us to focus on where it says a summary is a brief or short retelling of a story. This brief or short part is very important because when we're writing a summary, we don't have to rewrite every single thing that occurred in the story. We're writing the main idea, the big details from the story, and we're going to talk about what exactly we need to include. So there are 5 parts of a fictional summary that we need to include. I'm going to go over each part with you, and you're going to write them in your journal along with me. And as I'm talking, if you need to pause, please feel free to pause. So the first part of a summary is to focus on who the main character is. This is the somebody of the story. So who is the main character in the story that you read? A sentence starter you might use for your summary might be this. To start your summary, you might write, the main character is, and then tell who the character is, and then describe that character. How old are they? What are they like? Different descriptors about that character. The next part that we're going to include in our summary is the wanted. What did that character want? A sentence starter you could use for that would be blank, and this is where you would put the character's name. The character wanted, and then you would explain what it was in the story that they wanted. After you've explained the main character and what the main character wanted, we've got to think, well, what was the problem in the story? This is the but. So the main character wanted something, but something was in the way. So you would start that with but, and then explain what was the problem that was occurring in the story. What was the situation or the issue for the main character? Next, we have so. So far, we know the main character wanted something, but there was a problem or there was something standing in their way. Well, now we want to know, how did they try to solve the problem? So what did the character do? Your sentence starter can be something as simple as so, and then explain what the character did to try to solve the problem. The last part of our fictional summary is going to be then. So we know the main character wanted something, but there was a problem. So they worked hard to solve the problem. But then what was the resolution to the story? How was the problem fixed? How does the story end? So you would write something like then, and then explain how the problem was resolved. We're going to continue learning about this more in person, but this video is to help us set up our journal to understand the different parts of a fictional summary before we actually get to practice them together. If you need to go back and rewatch, you can. I am going to zoom out and show you what my page looks like, and hopefully your page looks something similar to this. If you need to go back and rewatch and pause, you need to do that, but make sure you have our fictional summary notes in your journal for when we get ready to practice together.